Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Brenda and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this very bronzy, glowy makeup look, and I did use this baby right here. This is the Morphe 35G Bronze Goals palette, and this palette is literally goals. Let me just show you guys how pretty this looks. Can we just have a minute on how gorgeous and how perfect this is for summer? Since summer is right around the corner, you can't go wrong with a very warm, bronzy makeup look. So I just feel like this is perfect. I'm also going to be using this right here. This is also part of their bronze collection. Morphe came out with 4 liquid highlighters. So if you guys want to see how well these products work, and if you want to see how I created this very easy warm tone makeup, then please keep on watching. So like I said, today we are going to be using this palette right here. This is the 35G Bronze Goals palette by Morphe, and this palette is just bronze heaven. It's just so pretty. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit what it looks inside. It's nothing but like warm neutral colors, and this just screams summer, like bronzy, golden, tan. That is all you need for summer. So yeah, this is the look that I created with this palette. Not something too crazy, to be honest. I still feel like it's a very nice and simple but yet very pretty makeup look. I added a little pop of yellow. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this look. So I'm going to start off by prepping my eyelids, and we're going to use this concealer right here. This is the Born This Way multi-use concealer, and I'm just going to be applying a little bit on my lid. And with my blending sponge, I am just going to blend that all over my eyelid. So we're going to be going in with our first eyeshadow color. I'm going to be using this one right here. This is in the shade Deserted, and we are going to use that as our transition color today. So as I am blending this eyeshadow, you do want to make sure you wing it out at the end, just because that is what I did on the other eye, and you're just going to create like this longer looking crease effect. The next color that I'm going to be using is this one right here. This is in the shade SPF, and we're going to apply it right under that first shade. Now that the color is nicely packed on our crease, we're going to move on to another bronze color. I'm going to be using this one right here. This is in the shade Naked. I think they wanted to like name it Naked, but they named it Naked. I don't know. Anyways, that is the color that I'm going to be using right in the crease as well, just to intensify it a little more. I want to have a very dark brown crease. So all I'm doing is just blending this color back and forth across the crease, and also winging it out at the corner of the eye. So I do want to darken it up even more. I'm going to be applying some of these 2 shades. This is Tan Up and this is Heat Wave. I'm grabbing a little mixture of both. So all I'm doing right now is just packing this brown on the outer corner of my eye. And as I am packing it, you also want to make sure you blend it into the crease. So now that that is all done, we're going to go ahead and cut our crease. I'm going to be using my same concealer, the Born This Way concealer by Too Faced. And I'm just grabbing some with my flat brush, and I'm just going to be creating a half cut crease. Now we're going to move on to our lid shade, and the color that I'm going to be using is this one right here. This is a very nice, pretty, shimmery yellow gold, and it is in the shade Sol. So I'm going to first start off by packing that color with my finger first. I feel like it applies best with your finger, and then after I'm going to go in with a flat brush just to even everything out. Okay guys, so I did finish applying all of that color onto my lid, and I will say that there was a little bit of fallout, just like a tiny bit. I did get some on my nose and under my eyes, which is not so bad, but the color itself is so pretty. Like The shimmer, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I definitely see the shimmer in it. You don't need any like water, or you don't need to wet your brush to get the intensity of this color, because I feel like it's bomb already as it is. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to be applying some of these two colors again on the outer corner of our eye, and I am just doing that to diffuse the shimmer and the brown together. So I think we are pretty much done with the eye. All I'm going to do now is clean up the outer corner. I'm doing it with a wipe, and all I am doing is putting the wipe towards the corner of my eye, and I'm just gonna drag it up. So what I'm going to do now is apply my eyelashes. The eyelashes that I'm going to be using today are these by J Lash, and they are in the style Zoe. So we're going to move on to our face now. I'm going to start off by priming my face. I'm going to be using this right here. This is the Smashbox Primerizer. It's a primer and a moisturizer in one. Moving on to foundation, I'm going to be using this one right here today. I love this foundation so much. This is the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation by NARS, and this stuff is just so bomb. But I did pick up these highlighters as well when I bought the palette. So these are the liquid highlighters that Morphe came out with this line, and I was thinking that I might just mix like a drop or two into my foundation just to make it like glow. So that is what I'm going to be using today. So this is a little set. It comes with 4 highlighters. So the one that I decided to use is this one right here, and this is in the shade Flash. So what I'm going to do is first apply like 2 pumps of foundation in the back of my hand, and after that I'm going to grab the liquid highlighter, and I'm going to first apply 1 pump of highlighter onto my foundation. So with my foundation brush, this is the BH Cosmetics foundation brush, I'm just going to mix this out a little bit, just like that, onto my brush, and that way the product will be on my brush and ready to apply onto the face. I don't know if I could see a difference, to be honest with you. It still looks like regular foundation. Maybe I had to put on another drop of highlighter, so I'm just going to do it again. I'm going to apply more foundation, and I'm going to do 2 drops of highlighter this time. So I did go back with 1 pump of foundation and 2 pumps of illuminator, and I do feel like the skin is looking a little more dewy. I feel like I can't see like any like specks of glitter or any shimmer, but it definitely does look dewy. I also do feel like it made my foundation look a little bit, just a tiny bit more darker, but that's okay. I'm gonna go in with a very light concealer. Hopefully that will even out the rest of the face. But yeah, I do see a little dewiness on the skin. So I'm moving on to concealer now. I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Light Medium. I'm gonna first start by applying it on my under eyes, like always, and then we also want to conceal and highlight our nose and our chin. And now I'm just going to be blending it out with my makeup sponge. Now we're going to set our face. I'm using my Laura Mercier setting powder, and I am just going to grab that with my blending sponge and apply it under my eyes, my nose, and my chin. I know this looks hella weird, but I started setting like the corners of my mouth just because I feel like I do have a very strong smile lines, and when I do smile a lot, I do get creases there, so I just want to make sure it doesn't crease as much. So that is why I like setting the corners of my mouth. To set the rest of my face, I use this finishing powder. This is by NYX, and it is in the shade Medium Olive. So I am just going to grab some of that powder with a big fluffy brush, and I am just going to tap it on the outer part of my face. Also, while I am doing that, I also dust off the excess setting powder from my face. So I'm going to go back into our palette and I'm going to finish the bottom half of our eyes. I'm first going to be using this color right here. This is in the shade SPF. That is the color that we used on our crease. And with that color, I'm just going to be blending it throughout my whole bottom lash line. So the next color that I'm going to be using is this one right here. This is in the shade Tan Up. And I'm going to be picking it up with a very thin blending brush and applying it as close as possible to my waterline. So now that we finished the bottom half of our eyes, I do want to highlight the inner corner and our brow bone. So I'm going to be using this color right here, and this is in the shade Glare, and we're going to pop that on our eyes to highlight. I am going to be skipping through the next steps really quick, but I wanted to show you guys what I'm going to be using on my face. So I'm going to bronze my face first with the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. Then I'm going to be applying some blush. You can't miss the blush. I love this blush right here. This is the MAC blush in the shade Gingerly. And after that, we're going to finish it off with our highlighter. And for highlighter, I'm going to be using this one. This is a Dose of Colors and I Love Sarai highlighter in the shade Soulmate. To finish off this look, we're going to be doing our lips, and I'm going to first start off by lining my lips. This is the lip liner by Morphe, and it is in the shade Sweet Tea. And for lips, I'm going to be applying this one right here. This is by Jouer Cosmetics, and it is in the shade Bare. I do want to add a little bit of gloss to my lips. I'm going to be using this lip gloss by Dose of Colors, and this is in the shade Barely There. So this is the final look, guys. What do you guys think of it? I personally really love how it turned out. Also, I'm kind of really digging my hair. I never do like this half pony, and I just curled it, and I feel like it just looks very pretty, very Ariana Grande vibes right now. But I do love how the look turned out overall. If you guys also liked it, give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below. Also, give me video ideas. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know if you guys like colorful looks, if you guys like warm tone looks. I want to know. That's all for today, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.